1. Alright, welcome. This is Nuke Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's video is going to be黒革の手帖, episode 6, part 1. Again, this is a serial episode, so again, what happened in previous episodes is going to impact what's happening here. And we're approaching the end of this particular drama. It's a 7-episode drama, so this is the second to last episode. She's already pulled her scam. It looks like, looking at the previews of the end of the last episode, she's going to have the hammer brought down on her. Like, she's going to pay for, again, she's kind of gotten away with it, but she's made a lot of enemies that had a lot of money along the way. Not a good thing to try to do. So we're going to be running into that. And of course, there's a kind of a romantic involvement with the up-and-coming politician that looks like it's coming to some type of conflict as well, though she's supposed to not get involved with him. That may be her getting involved with him after being told not to do that. That might be what causes her downfall. Again, we'll find out. Looking forward to it. So again, this is a pretty interesting drama. I will say I do have the book. I have the physical book here. I only had part 1. I couldn't find part 2 that is of the same format. They do have a part 2, but it's a different cover. I have read a little bit of it. It seems pretty straightforward to read, which I think is pretty interesting. But I bought it on Kindle. Kindle was roughly the same price, which I find insane, but there you go. I mean, there's no printing of it. Why does it need to be the same price as a physical book? But there you go. Anyway, the reason why the idea with the Kindle is I can highlight a word and look up the definition without much of a problem. So there's that. Plus, if you have Kindle and the audiobook, there apparently is some where it can actually do timing. I heard where it will essentially highlight the words as the audio is playing. I think that'd be kind of cool. I haven't tested that out. I tend to do, if you saw me do Let's Read, I tend to just use my own version because the pop-up dictionary I have for Yomi-chan is a lot better, I think, than the dictionary that they have for Kindle. Well, anyway, we'll see. But the reason why I might think about doing that is that there are quite a few audiobooks that I have where there's no digital text for it outside of Kindle, so I just might get the Kindle book for it and read it that way. We'll see how it works. Beyond that, let's get started. Okay, put in the earpiece.
帰ってください。もう走り出してしまったのよ。後には戻れない。
ロダンはママのもんだ。頑張んなさいよ。
このままのさばらしといていいんですか。
いつかたった一人でもたれ死ぬわよ。望むところよ。ちょっとお待ちください。すいません、失礼します。
She's wearing a kimono again. Aww, Namiko.
お久しぶり。何か？
客に向かって失礼なこと言わんといて。
Here, let me do something real quick. That's interesting. What? That's not right. Interesting. Sorry about that.
客に向かって失礼なこと言わんといて。私今日は客として来てんよ。
I would say get the fuck out. She's not forced to. She can say, hey, plenty of places. We don't need you.
いらっしゃいませ。銀座一の店でどんな程度か勉強させてもらうわ。
I would have kicked him out. Sorry. I don't get why I have to. The whole saying, like, the customer's always right in what they want. That's what they know what they want. That's where the customer's right. It's not about they're right as in how you're supposed to do business. That's different.
銀座一の店でどんな程度か勉強させてもらうわ。タンさんよないの。
何もじゃないか。
覚えてた？
いつからなのに。
ちゃうわ。私カルデをママに追い出されてんもん。今度電話してもいい？
あ、いいよ。失礼します。どうぞこちら。
ほらまた。
Again, okay. I know it's a
え
drama.
らい繁盛やね。美里さんとマリさんをよろしく。
Oh, let's see that right here. Anjo.
かしこまりまし
美里さん、えらい繁盛やね。美里さんとマリさんをよろしく。
た。かしこまりました。
いらっしゃいませ。ごゆっくりしてってくださいね。失礼します。よろしくね。
はい。
失礼いたします。すいません。
愛想悪いな。ちょっと愛想悪いな。ちょっと水割り濃いんちゃう？はよ次のボトル入れさせよう思ってるんじゃない？
お客さん酔っ払ってるんじゃないの？
客に向かってそんな言い方あるかな。
おいおい、仲良くやってくれよ。
まあええわ、許してあげる。
マリ、
お姉さんたちほんまにママと仲良しなんやね。
そうよ。私たちはママのこと尊敬してるもの。ね
うん、その尊敬してるママがどうやってこの店手に入れたか知っとう？
え。何が言いたいの？
ママはね、店の客の弱みを握って大金を。
ナミコさん。
来た来た。ママ、バラされとうなかったら5000万ちょうだい。
ナミちゃん、あなただいぶ酔ってらっしゃるようだから、お帰りになったら。
酔うてへんわ。ほんまのこと言うとうだけや。ママ、100円取っても泥棒になるんやで。怖いわ。何千万もや。
Again, like, why did you even need to invite her in? That's the part. I mean, I've seen these stories. It's like I get they get. It's like the drama's there, but they need the drama. But would it really make sense to like even let someone like this into your business just because they? Again, it's like no, I've seen your character. You're a shit character. We don't want your business here. Go.
なんて。
申し訳ないんですが、連れて帰っていただけないでしょうか。
よかった。悪かったね、ママ。
いえ。こちらこそすみません。
私まだ帰りとうない。
さあ、行こう。
どうもありがとうございました。
なる。
All right.
絶対あんたを銀座から追い出したるから。追い出したるから。
お騒がせしました。大変失礼いたしました。すみません。
根性悪い女。
根性悪い。Oh, yeah.
根性悪い女。名誉毀損で訴えれば？ママ。
I know it's like make a libel or slander. Neo Kison. Let's look at that right there. Look at that kanji. Break, destroy, censor. Really? Huh. So it is an RTK. Okay. Actually, looking at this kanji, because the first part up there is mortar and then dirt. So it's like, hey, you've built up something using clay. You built up something special. And then just someone just throws a rocket, destroys it. So it's almost like, you built up your character and someone's destroying it with words. Okay, cool. So that's a very, that's kind of like the story you can put with the kanji to memorize it. So that's kind of cool. But, okay, kison. Meiyo kison. Meiyo kison. Meiyo kison.
名誉毀損で訴えれば？根性悪い女。 名誉毀損で訴えればママ。
私が留守の間に来たら追い返してね。
留守？そういえばママ明日から京都ですよね。誰かいい人と旅行ですか？
一人で友禅でも見てこようかと思って。
Music. Miyazaki. Zen. Okay. Hadn't seen that kanji in a bit. Zen.
誰かいい人と旅行ですか？
一人で友禅でも見てこようかと思って。
着物を買い付けに？かっこいい。
Ah, haven't been to Kyoto in a little over a year. Yeah, it was last year I went to Kyoto. We went to Kyoto.
毎度おおきに。
歌の病院って。
ああ、どなたかのお見舞いどすか？
いえいえ。
ほな、お仕事。
やっぱりいいです。また今度にしますから。
大変どすな。少し息抜きでもなさったどうどす。今頃は嵐山が紅葉きれいやし。
嫌いなんです。
少し大変どすな。少し息抜きでもなさったどうどす。今頃は嵐山が紅葉きれいやし。
嫌いなんです。この町すべてが大嫌いなんです。え？あ、嘘です。気にしないでください。またすぐにお伺いしますね。よろしく。
あは。
Interesting.
そやけど他に身寄りもないようやし。
Mitori? Relatives, okay. Miyori.
そやけど他に身寄りもないようやし。
私に言われても困ります。
あんた娘さんやないの？
一切関係ありませんから。
脳梗塞言うたら深刻な病気ですよ。
Blockage of the blood vessel? Let's see. Hemorrhage? Infarction. Stroke. Yeah, blocked blood vessel. No cause. No cause. Let me see coal again. Flower stem. Coal.
一切関係ありませんから。
脳梗塞言うたら深刻な病気ですよ。昏睡状態で非常に危ない状況なんです。
I assume Sui Jotai is comatose or.
関係ありませんから。
昏睡状態で非常に危ない状況なんです。
関係ありませんから。
ほな、会計の方だけでもうちの方でも困ってますんや。聞こえてますか？
いっそ死んでくれたらいいのに。
ほんまにお似合い
うん。
の二人やな。
まるで絵から抜け出たみたいやな。
ほんまやな。
大丈夫ですか？
Make sure her again. Kayako. So I assume they got married
いい
already.
ですか？夢だったんです。私。かやこはほんまに嬉しそうやな。
Huh. Uh-oh.
かやこはん。
着きましたで。お客さん、歌の病院。
はい、すぐ引き返してください。
え？
いや、降ります。こんなに老けちゃって。
Get it. I know it's growing old, but
こんなに老けちゃって。もう男捕まえるのは無理ね。私は今あんたとは全く違う生き方してるの。誰のものにもならない私の心も体も私だけのものよ。
あんたが娘さんですか？来てくれはったんですね。
I assume that's a Anzai Ben, but
これ来てくれはったんですね。これ外れたら教えてくださいね。今日は付き添わはるんでしょ？今日は付き添わはるんでしょ？
so that was like stay the night. Tell you what I'm gonna do real quick. Don't think it's gonna matter too much, but just to check. Okay, so this is come back here. All right, so there's 578, so that's roughly 290. Okay, so we'll go back up to 290. Okay, so I'm gonna stop around the 21-minute mark. Yeah, what I did is I checked like how many lines of dialogue there is in this particular episode, 580 roughly, and then so half of that, 290, I'll be doing is for the first half for the first video. Then the part 2 I'll be doing in the second video, obviously. Usually I check that beforehand. I just forgot to do it this time.
はい。
岡崎に南禅寺という寺がある。
Nanzenji. Now she mentioned that before. That's a location. Nanzenji Temple. I think I'm gonna. It's not a bad idea, especially for locations, if you look them up. I wonder if I've been there. I don't think I've been there. Nanzenji. That is a large temple. Okay.
そこで岡崎に南禅寺という寺がある。そこで3時まで待ってる。気がついたらいつの間にか胸の中に空洞があって。
Kudo, a cavern, a hollow place in the heart? Yeah, cavern. Kudo.
いつの間にか胸の中に空洞があって。 そこに風がピューピュー吹いてる。子供の頃はみんながそうなんだって思ってた。でもすぐにそれは自分だけなんだって分かった。
何かに夢中になってる時だけ風が止まるのよ。だから死ぬまで走り続けないと。
君の言うように二度と会わないようにしよう。俺たちは似すぎてる。いつかきっと傷つけ合うことになる。
It's a beautiful location. I don't think I've been there. Yeah.
寒い。もう冬ね。でも冬は嫌いじゃないの。お元気で。
ああ。
会長、先日は過分なご祝儀までいただきまして。会長、先日は過分なご祝儀までいただきまして。
順調な出だしのようだな。
ええ、カルネのお客様は皆さんごひいきにしていただいてますし。
ごひいき。
ロダンのフルさんごひいきにしていただいて。ええ、カルネのお客様は皆さんごひいきにしていただいてますし、ロダンの古くからのお客様もほぼ
だな。
会長、お久しぶりです。その節は誠にありがとうございました。京日物産の武見でございます。
京日物産。
京日物産の武見でございます。
いい、こんなとこで野暮な話は。
後で。
野暮な。
常務、
いい、こんなとこで野暮な話は。
後で常務来ますので、また後ほど。払いはうちに回してくれ。
かしこまり。
会長、もうすぐ約束の期日ですけど、しっかりと耳を揃えて残金の方お支払いいたしますわ。
そん時は名実ともにロダンの大ママだな。なんかそん時は名実ともにロダンの大ママだな。なんかうまいもんでもこう。
それを励みにしっかりと稼ぎます。
励みに。
それを励みにしっかりと稼ぎます。
そうしてもらわなきゃこっちも困る。
会長、もし私が男だったらきっと会長とは口も聞けなかったんでしょうね。
あ？
私よく思うんですよ。 ここはつくづく不思議な場所だって。ここのお客様は皆さん地位もお金もある方々でしょう。きっとご自分の会社の OL さんとは親しく口も聞いたりしないんでしょうね。なのに私たちホステスはね。
だから君銀座にいるんだろう。女は玉の腰、男は玉の汗。
Tamano Koshi is like marrying into it, and then what's Tamano? Let's see. So it's a very sexist statement, but
女は玉のだから君銀座にいるんだろう。女は玉の腰、男は玉の汗。
super sexist. But it's pretty much the theme of this entire. Although, you think about the hard work, it's not like. Never mind. Better not get into it.
会長。どうやったらそんなにお力を持てるんですか？
一つ秘訣を教えようか。
秘訣 One secret? 秘訣一つ秘訣 A good rule, good method. 秘訣 Yeah, the secret to success.
一つ秘訣を教えようか。
はい。
人を信じないこと。それを相手に感づかせないこと。まあ君には言うまでもないか。
会長も信じてはいけないんですか？
俺は君の味方だろ。
Yeah, don't trust him. He said he was only going to say one secret. After that.
この間はごめんなさい。え？真っ逆さまに落ちるだなんて後でマキちゃんにも叱られたんです。
気にしてないわ。今のところ落ちてもいないようだし。
ありがとうございます。
3、4ヶ月もあります。その前全部処分しちゃったんですけど。
ありがとう。
言い訳じゃないですけど、運勢は自分で変えられると思います。
私もそう思う。運命は変えられないけど。
何が違うんですか？運命と運勢って。例えば生まれてくる場所や親は選べないでしょ。
それが運命。
そう。
御社ビルに。ん？
あった。多分長谷川自身が会社のスキャンダルを掴んでデモ隊を送り込む。仲介役を演じて金を巻き上げる。
Gain affair?
会長、その説は誠にありがとうございます。
だけみ。
なんだ、やってることは私と一緒じゃないの。
京都はどうだった？
はい、特に支障もなく。
しょうもなく。
はい、特に支障もなく。
真偽御心の会のお姫様は
真偽に心。I assume that's the little. Wait a minute. 真偽に心。
真偽御心の会のお姫様。
あ、真偽御心。御心。
真偽御心の会のお姫様はお前にぞっこんだ。
ぞっこんだ Fall deeply in love? Yeah. ぞっこんだ
という。
真偽御心の会のお姫様はお前にぞっこんだ。
というよりは、親の決めた結婚を素直に受け入れる人なんでしょう。
物足りないか？
そんなことはありません。
物足りなかろうが。信者20万の票を背負ってる女だ。
200,000 voting block, which I assume if it's in an area, that's like, that'll just change. That'll just push like whoever they all elect for as a group will probably get elected as a member of the Japanese parliament. I assume that's how that's going to work. He'll. So that's a voting block. All right.
物足りなかろうが。信者20万の票を背負ってる女だ。あの女にまだ未練があるか？
未練がある。
あの女というと。
あの女だ。
未練なんかありません。
京都で会わなかったか？
いえ。
It's at that point you probably just need to admit to it. Yeah, we talked.
そうか。
はい。
Although, I wonder if they're like, there's probably something in here where it's like they're making it obvious they both know the truth, and they're making it obvious to each other that they both know the truth. I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, this is where the things where you can't really teach it via the language. This is where now you need to understand the culture. The fact that he brought it up would, I mean, you think that this makes it obvious.
あの女の落ちるところ痛くないか？え？お前。
Yeah, I don't think he's the right type of person you want to tell that to. If you're gonna say this lady, he might actually have feelings for her, is gonna be taking a big fall. He might think like he's gonna want to risk everything to help her out, which is probably something you don't want happening if you're putting a big political gamble on him.
そんなことできるのか？できます。もしあののが告発でもしたら。
Be reveal. Indictment. Okay. 告発。
もしあののが告発でもしたら。
あの女だって叩けばいっぱい埃が出る体ですよ。
叩けば。
あの女だって叩けばいっぱい埃が出る体ですよ。
しかしな、捨て身になったら何をするか。あの女に失うものはもうないはずだからな。
そんな。
But yeah, that could explain there. It's like, again, you take her down, it's gonna cause it's gonna cause a stink, because especially like some way she got her money means, okay, now they're gonna look more into the doctor, they look more into him, which if they look into him, they're gonna then look into the rich families that paid him to get their kids into medical school. it just it starts. That's why, I mean, part of the things by she attacking someone powerful is like, okay, she's made them piss off. They want to come back at her. At the other time, it kind of protects her a little in that there are certain ways they can get back at her, but if you try to involve the law, that's what they can't do. But then again, these people are powerful, so they can they can make you suffer in other ways. Just by just telling people don't go to this restaurant, don't go to this, the Rodan, just don't go there. And all of a sudden, there's no money. That'll destroy her. But then again, maybe they don't want Rodan, the name of the place, to go bad because, but they can say, hey, just have bad management, just switches over, and then it becomes good again. That could happen as well.
そんなことはさせません。理事長、あの女が落ちるところを見たくないですか？
There's that same line again.
先生、私どうしても聞いてみたいことがあるんですけど、いいですか？
なんだよ。
先生、脱税するほどお金があるのに、どうしてそんなにケチなんですか？
Huh. That's a good question. Oh, no, no, no. God fucking. Jesus fucking Christ.
なんだ、今日に限って。
今日全部のオペが
Jesus.
入ってますから麻酔機とモニターのチェックしてくださいね。から麻酔今日全部のオペが入ってますから麻酔機とモニターのチェックしてくださいね。機器はそのままにしておいてください。それからカウンセリングの予約も入ってますから、患者様にはくれぐれも失礼のないように、今までとは違いますからね。
はい、絶対逃しません。
はい。
I know that's like anesthesia. 麻酔機。
失礼な子だね。
何か言いました？
脱税するほどお金があるのに、なんでケチなんですかって。昔ならクビにするとこだよね。
クビにはできませんよ。辞めずに残ってくれた子ですからね。
おい、いちこ。これお前裏カルテだよ。裏カルテだよ。
カルテ。Cult? カルテ。Okay.
違います。
これお前裏カルテだよ。裏カルテだよ。
違いますよ、もう。院長、ほら。
そうかね。
こういう時こそ気持ちを奮い立たせてください。ほら。
奮い立たせたいね。
古い。Okay. 立つ。
ほら。こういう時こそ気持ちを奮い立たせてください。ほら。
奮い立たせたいね。いちこ、お前変わったな。
そうですか？
なんでそんなに明るいんだ。脱税チクったのそうじゃないのか。
それはあの女ですよ。
私絶対にあの女だけは許しませんから。院長、あの女が落ちていくところ見たくありませんか？
uh, all right, we're gonna stop it there. But that, yeah, again, they said that line all 3 times. It's like, yeah, they want to be there at the, when she falls. You want to see it when she falls. Um, and that was then that also this particular word was kind of interesting, like furuitatsu, uh, furuitatsu. Okay. Yeah, and I need to make it a habit of if I do go down and look at it here, but then go back and reread the Japanese definition in full. I was kind of hesitant not to do that because I felt like it does add a lot of time. But you know what? This is a let's read, so let's do it. Quartz One, I apologize. You made a comment. I'm a shitty Twitch streamer, so I don't pay attention to comments or whatnot or any of those stuff that happens on the activity feed. I apologize. But yeah, I don't even know when you said the low, like what part were you finding funny? Um, I You probably know, so I cringed at this guy just attacking this lady, and it's just no, that just no. That I mean, can you imagine how much fear this girl was going through? I, yeah, and what sucks is that it was happening. It probably even happened now, and probably less so. I hopefully less so, or it shouldn't happen at all. But it was almost like it's sort of accepted as just the way. What can you do? It's kind of a shitty way of looking at how it happened. But maybe that type of mentality, that type of mindset, is finally going away. It just doesn't belong, especially when you have, no, it just doesn't belong. Let's keep it simple as that. It's not a like, oh, you're in a position of power, you have a right, not to another person, but no, it doesn't work like that at all. Zilch. Um, and even in the places where they are going, we're paying money for them. Again, it's consent. Both people were consenting to this. It's very simple. It's not a very complicated thing. Um, and the consent can be removed like that. It's not like, oh, you've got no say in a matter. No, it's always there. It must be it must always be active consent. Sorry. This has got to be that way. Now, again, this is not saying like it's got to be in writing. Yes, I'm not even going that far. I'm just being, but this is like common sense where a reasoned person is seen and says there is nothing consensual about that at all. That was assault, sexual assault. Stop. Full stop. Okay. Uh, no worries. Yeah. Uh, it's just the fact that the line kept popping up 3 times. It's like, damn. Ochiru tokoro. Itakunai? Ano ochiru tokoro. Itakunai? And yeah, because Tokoro is one of those things like it's like entry level into M4 entry level grammar. It's very early grammar, but if it's if it's a dictionary form, regular form, that just means something that is right before it happens. If it's iteru form, then it's while it's happening, and then if it's past form, it's right after it happened. It's just kind of interesting. It just depends on when it's used. Um, and you just got to remember to pay attention and just for again do this enough, watch enough, pay attention, and before it starts becoming intuitive as opposed to you're not actively thinking about it. That's what you want to do, be able to follow these stories. And it's kind of cool, like when you get to that level, you start seeing the humor when the humor starts becoming humor that's kind of unique to that particular language starts coming to play, which is it's kind of enjoyable when it happens. I'm on the N5 path, but I understand. Yeah, yeah. In fact, this is probably a shitty video to be watching if you're at the N5 level, just because there's like very little you're probably going to understand. If you watch the beginning part where I was talking about King Cannon, again, for those of you on YouTube, you're not seeing this. It's yeah, there's really not much you can get out of it. But the way we recommend is, if you're going to stream stuff that's comprehensible. So it's either the material that you've been studying, so stream that audio. If you're doing like the Tango N5 decks that comes with audio, just play the audio of the chapters that you've studied as part of the thing. That's one. The other thing is, if you follow King Canon Watch, get some simple shows that are, they don't even have to be Japanese shows. They could be like American shows or from any other country, but it's dubbed in Japanese. And then watch it with English subtitles first, with the Japanese dubs playing, or in Japanese, but with English subtitles, and rewatch it that same thing again once more in Japanese fully. Just that's that's not studying. That's just you doing it for fun, and you can do that for a lot. Those are shows that you're going to be watching anyway. And if you got Netflix makes it super freaking easy because they got a lot of shows. So if you're one of those there's a lot of shows you want to watch. They just happen to be they're not from Japan. Well, you're going to watch them anyway. Utilize that as a chance. Hey, you want to watch it? Let's say Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You want to catch up on the '60s, and I haven't done that yet. And the humor is kind of more difficult. So yeah, you can watch that with the English subtitles real quick, and then rewatch it again with in Japanese fully, but episode by episode. So don't do more than like 30 minutes worth of watching if you're trying this stuff, and especially at the M5 level, and go for it. Anyway, beyond that, have fun and good luck to you on there, Quartz One. With that said, I'm going to end the video here. This is something's going to happen, and I bet you it has something to do with that guy who just showed up and told the boss, "Hey, thank you for trying to solve this problem for me." I get the feeling they're trying to set her up to. they're putting her in a trap now. They're setting a trap for her, and preferably a legal one where somehow you got to be able to get the government after her, but without the blowback. You need to make sure none of this group gets in trouble as well when she goes down. Yeah, and like I said, it's interesting. There's a book for it. It's it's about, I want to say 700 pages. This is well, obviously this is 350 pages, but it's in two parts. So second part's another. So there you go. It's about 700 pages. That's a good chunk of change. For reference, that would be about the same size as, I want to say the third book of Harry Potter. So Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, it's about roughly the same length, I think. It's kind of hard to really guesstimate there. Beyond that, yeah, just keep going, keep on. There's the main idea behind this whole Let's Read thing is get into Japanese and enjoy Japanese. Enjoy Japanese. You don't have to study it, okay? You don't have to oh my God, you don't have to go and try to learn every single word. I mean, I look up every word. That's what I'm trying to do, but that's because I'm trying to enjoy the story. I'm not trying to memorize every word. I'm not like, oh, I need to add this into Anki and I need to then spend the next 3 or 4 hours reviewing Anki. I'm not doing that. I'm just, hey, here's a word. I don't quite know what it means. Let's look it up. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's go. Like Furi no Tatsu, keep up, go in high spirits or cheer up. Cool. There we go. That's, and keep going from there. Yeah, just enjoy it. And I was kind of saying this in reference to also that thread I posted in Learn Japanese Learn Japanese subreddit is, hey, look, there's so many shows that are available that maybe you want to watch, but they're not Japanese shows. Hey, Netflix has put in some time and money to make the Japanese dubs. Watch it in Japanese. If you have a hard time comprehending Japanese at the time, use the English subtitles. But then use that King Canon idea or the other methods of just, hey, make sure if you watch it once with English subtitles, just watch it one more time after that same episode in Japanese fully. That's fine. Because again, I'm the type I really hate. I can't listen right now. My listening's not good. My reading is. My listening's not good enough to fully comprehend just straight audio. I will say that personally. Maybe I could. If I've been noticing that with Squid Game, I could probably follow along with a lot of it, except when they're going into details about the specifics of the rules. But for simple conversation, I'd follow along, no problem. But I kind of need the text when it comes to the more complicated rules. Even then, I probably need to look up a word or two now and again, as you can see here when I'm doing this type of Let's Read. Because of that, I can see where, for me, I might actually go and just play just that section with English subtitles and go back. If I'm using Language Reactor, I don't even have to do that. I just go and hover over a word. There's the meaning. So at my level, I don't even need to worry about that part. I just need to, It just because there's now programs that allow me to do it at the level I'm at. So it just depends on what level you are. So yeah, if you're at N5, you want to do things a little different. If you're at N4, a little different. N3, a little different. It's just a matter of as you get it. And the idea is like, again, getting closer and closer to where soon you just don't need your native language. You don't need to lean on your native language anymore, and keep going from there. Yeah, picking out a lot of things that sound familiar. All right, anyway, thank you, Course One, for the comments. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. For those of you on YouTube, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the series, subscribe to see more. This is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. If you appreciate that, you'd like to support that, the links to the Discord or links to the Patreon are in the description, as well as links to the community website. I'm sorry, community Discord and the Let's Learn Japanese website that Otaku Day put together. And finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, which is, for hiring me for one-on-one, where I walk you through the steps of setting up either Anki or some of these other methods, or giving advice, or addressing some problems you might have that's unique, your own unique situation. Yeah, the hourly rates and the payments are via the Patreon as well, but the specific link for that is in the description. All right, so thank you all very much. For those of you on Twitch, stand by. I'm going to be doing a replay of the audio. For those of you on YouTube, I will see you tomorrow. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you later.